This episode is brought to you by Fandango. People say fans are too distracted these days, but the truth is, when a great movie hits the screen, you show up, you stay glued, invested, part of the story. And without fans like you, there'd be no cinema magic, no shared moments. So head to Fandango.com to get tickets, stream, or rent or buy top movies and series. Fandango loves fans.
Protein is now at Starbucks, and it's never tasted so good. You can add protein cold foam to your favorite drink or try one of our new protein lattes or matcha. Try it today at Starbucks.
Tell me what you're feeling.
This is the podcast that you're going to love.
Hey, what's happening? This is your host, Tinto, and before we get into this week's exciting Easter episode, just want to remind you that you can become a deep feeler by clicking the link in our bio, and this is your opportunity to get the double blessing coming this weekend. Actually, we not only have an Easter episode, but we also have a note to deep feelers that is dropping as well. And in this week's note, I just talk about dating potential and how we shouldn't really be wasting our time seeing potential in people, because half the time it actually doesn't materialize. If you want to hear more about that, head over to the link in our bio, sign up to become a deep feeler, and you'll receive today's notes to feelers. And more importantly, this week's episode is really something special and amazing. I don't want to spill too much of the beans, but it's nothing like we've ever done on the podcast. So you're in the right place to get your week started right here on the Feeling Station. Let me not say too much and get you to enjoy this. Fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish I could show you guys the smile that I have on my face, because this is a one-in-a-lifetime opportunity happening here on your favorite podcast, The Feeling Station. I am graced with the presence of my very first ever guest, who went by the name Juma, from episode 1 titled Capital J, and also the lady from episode 6, the episode that was titled Ghosted. And feelers, guess what? These two are actually getting married. Hey. So just to give you guys a little recap, right? You, my friend, went by the name Juma in episode 1.
Yes.
I don't think you remember that. Juma.
It's a long time ago.
It's a long time.
I only remember capital J. I didn't remember Juma.
Capital J is the title of the episode,
Wow.
and your name was Juma. And you, ma'am, your name for episode 6 was actually Chipo, Chipo. But then you were like, I'm not going to remember, so I want to be called Chi.
Okay.
Right, so
Chi,
I'll remember to
yeah.
call you Chi for the duration of this episode.
that.
And I just want to, I want to take it back in time. Do you remember the lessons that you gave? Jade?
I think I remember mine.
You think you remember yours?
I do not remember my lessons. Nope.
Try remember.
I don't know. It was just, I don't know. It was just, I can't remember.
You can't?
I cannot.
Okay.
Okay.
Chi, remind us what yours was.
Mine was everything happens for a reason.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, I got news for you. That was not your lesson.
Okay.
The wisdom you thought you dished out 6 years ago is
one of them ones, yeah?
Nope, it's definitely not that. So,
Okay.
Jay, your 2 lessons were actually number 1, time is the best healer.
Yeah, no.
And I know we don't want to play back what happened back in that time.
I hear that.
But being where you are and seeing what I'm
that's so
seeing,
true.
that is such
You need
deep
it.
testimony to exactly just that lesson. And then your second lesson was always communicate. So I'd be keen to see how that is playing out for you guys.
He's a
And
great communicator.
Thank
So,
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. Okay, cool.
It makes sense.
And then Chi, you only had one lesson.
What was it?
Your lesson was you don't own people, you only experience them.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that sounds like a wounded girl. That does not sound like a healthy. That sounds like somebody that's wounded and is trying to detach.
You were just, you were trying to,
I was trying to protect myself.
You're
It
trying to
sounds a bit
figure
more,
things out.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like something I would say now, to be honest. I don't think you just experience people. I feel like what we experienced, that's my life.
Yeah, that's the rest of my life. That's
there's
everything.
nothing beyond that. That's just it. This is it. So
Interesting.
I definitely have healed since then.
Good.
So,
I can tell.
yeah.
Hey, of course, because she's gonna be your wife.
Of course.
You know, you guys really, really put a huge smile on my face. I remember, I think about a year ago, just saying to the feelers, "Hey, man, something is happening because I think I described 9 couples. Wow. Well, not 9 couples, 9 people who've come onto the podcast who are now either somebody's husband or somebody's wife. And so at the back of my head, I've always kind of said to myself, there must be something about speaking about your experience that sets you free to allow yourself to now be somebody else's lifelong partner, right? So you guys are here and you guys are getting married. For those who want to know how this happened, you know, Jay, walk us through what happened.
Wow. Where do I
I mean, it is a story.
Where do I start? I think it was just...
I think it started before the podcast.
Yeah, 100%. We
knew each other.
We knew each other. The host. We used to work together.
Excuse me, I do not want to be known as the host.
Okay.
Say my name correct.
Tinto,
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Feeling Station.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I used to work with him, and we went to a destination in Europe, and then he was working with somebody, obviously the love of my life, for the Yoruba people, Iyawo.
Mm-hmm.
And he just said, "Oh, there's a girl I work with." Da, da, da. And then he sent a photo to her, and then she responded how positively, and I said, "Yeah, set this up. This is my spec. This is my type." So I said, "Yeah, let's set up." And we got back to London, and we met up, had our first date. That's between me and Chi-Chi, and here we are now. Can't wait to marry her.
Well, there was a lot of things happening in between, but that's how.
Oh, is it
the story
between capital J and Chi-Chi?
started?
Yeah, started. It started.
that's
It was,
our story.
that's how it began. So
Yeah.
that's.
I like how
it
you
began.
guys are playing this so calm. Listen, I put you together and I can tell you the backstory that you seem to be shy to talk about here.
Tell me.
So, tiny backstory here, right? Is that this is when you interrupt me and say, wait, before you go there.
No. Before I've got photos of us back when we first connected, and we came on the feeding station back
Like the very first time.
Yeah.
Okay.
7 years ago now. 6-7 years ago.
For real?
And as you can see,
Show me
you
this.
can see-
Oh my God.
Well, let me see.
Tinto was able
Let me
to
see
set
what
me
he
up.
looked like.
Let me hold on.
I just look happy to be here.
Hold on, let's try and get a photo of both of us. Here we are.
Right.
Oh God, we look so young.
Oh,
I know.
We look like babies.
oh my
We were
God.
God.
That's insane.
That's like 6 years ago.
I can't believe
7 years?
this.
I know.
It's going on like
crazy.
7 years now.
Wow. So Tinto was able to set us up.
And do you have a picture of you, Jay, in the studio on that day?
I've got a photo.
Because
Of all of us, I think
because
we
I've
do.
seen a photo of
I've got a
Chi.
photo of all of us. I just don't know where it is. I can't find it. But
Or one of you. Let me at least see one of you.
I've got one of me.
I mean, one of yours. One of you. English bundles are
Look
running
how
out.
small- I'm young. I look
Baby.
I look like a child.
Yeah.
Small boy.
Man's always been buff still.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know
Small.
you know the gym thing. You know the gym thing was just
Small gym. Small gym.
This is
Yeah.
amazing. Jeez, you've just really taken me back. That's December 2019. Sometimes it's easy to forget how long this thing has been going on for. This is the 6th year.
Look at those
Standing.
muscles. That was when you were like starting the gym and stuff.
Yep.
Like you were starting to build
Yep,
and stuff.
yep.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
That's amazing, man. So, you guys have been playing this really calm and chilled and collected.
No, he was so calm back then.
Long
but it was-
story short, right, Jay, you joined an organization I was working for.
Yes.
And I remember the first day that you came in and I looked at you. I think you were, what,
I
21?
was 21. I've just turned 21.
And in my head, I was like, geez, man, for some reason, this guy really reminds me of my younger self. I'm going to put him under my wing. And I made that a personal promise to say, whatever happens, I want to try and see if I can lead him through the gaps that I missed so that he catches those and becomes a great man by the time I was the age I was at that point.
He tries to take you under his wing, like he tries to be your mentor. That's like really inspiring.
Definitely,
I love
100%.
that for you.
Yeah, definitely took him under my wing. You know, he's doing amazing stuff now. I'm grateful to God for that. And then you joined the organization that I moved to.
Yeah,
right?
After his organization.
Yeah. And I remember thinking to myself, oh, okay, you know, she's youthful, she's young, she's joining a really difficult area of business that's very important. And if she can, she needs to do the best she can be in here. So I just naturally gravitated to you. We used to go for lunch. And then as I was speaking to us, I was kind of getting ideas to say, nah, man, do you know what? The way she thinks and the way that she looks might be what my guy Jay likes. So yeah, like you did say, we then went off on holiday. And once on the holidays, when I was like, "Oi, bro, let me send this picture and hear what the woman says." Yep, and the picture didn't disappoint. And well, here we are today.
Yes.
But walk me through that journey from that introduction in Malta.
Yes, so Tinto, he sends a photo. She shows her appreciation of what my mom and dad were able to create. And yeah, we dated, but I won't lie to you guys. I was young. I wasn't serious. I could feel a feeling of like, I could spend the rest of my life with this woman, but I don't want to do this right now. I want to be fun, free. And especially after what I'd been through in my first episode, you can go back and listen to it. I was just like, no. So I was just sending her mixed signals. I was sending her all the signals of I want to be in a relationship with you, but I was telling her I don't want to be in a relationship. I don't want to be in a relationship. So we go through that. We split up.
Wait. That sounds very confusing. Yeah.
Can you say that again, please?
I'm not even you, but
Story of my life.
that sounds very confusing. How are we saying to someone, I want to be with you, but I don't want to be?
Well, he didn't tell me he wanted to be with me.
No, I didn't tell her this, but it was just...
That's how you felt, but you didn't tell me.
How I felt was I can spend the rest of my life with her, but how I was behaving was, I will take care of you, but I don't want to be with you.
Well, from your actions, I knew he was going to be a great husband. From your actions, I could see that he was going to be a good partner. But I felt like what was missing was the commitment behind it. I felt like you weren't sure that you would be a good partner with me. And I feel like that kind of scared me.
No, because I'd only been in one relationship, was episode 1.
Yeah.
And I just...
But I knew you had it in you. 100%,
maybe. I think you knew more than I did.
Yeah.
I was just kind of like, I've been in a long-term relationship. It's been a couple of years. I don't want to chill. I want to have fun.
Which is fair enough. You were young.
And
so was I, but I was ready.
What is it that you said you saw in him that he couldn't see in himself?
I think it was just his nature. He was just like super caring, super loving, super thoughtful. And it was also how he made me feel around him. He just made me feel so safe. Like I just never felt so safe before. It felt like I've already met him. Like I've known him my entire life. And I never had that before. And it was the first time I experienced that. So it took me by surprise. So that when I experienced it, it was like almost like I didn't want to let go of it. But I knew at the same time he feels the same way. I knew that he really liked me too. But it was very hard for him to admit it.
Yeah, I was just going to say, did you ever actually tell her that I like you?
If you remember from my first episode, I found it difficult to even explain the fact that
he told me he loved me when I was drunk.
Even the fact that even the fact that I overliked somebody, I found it difficult to explain it. So I remember at some point before I decided to break it up, I told her that I did love her. Yep, you guys, I'm telling you right here, I loved her. And I told her that, and then the next day she said, "Oh, you told me you loved me," and I was like, "Chi-Chi, I didn't tell you that. You were dreaming, you're drinking too much. It is what it is. It happens. It happens. It happens to the best. Have you met me? I'd love me too. So it was just one of those ones. I was still in that stage of healing and just not understanding what I felt in the moment. Now I know what I felt, but at that moment I was unable to ascertain I love this woman. I couldn't tell her I loved her. I could tell her after a few drinks, but I couldn't tell her 2 p.m. on a Tuesday afternoon, I love you. Which I do now.
It's just quite hurtful.
Yeah, no, very, very much so.
Because I knew he did.
You know, you knew.
I knew he did because of how he treated me. He was so careful about me. He was so thoughtful about me. And he wouldn't be doing these things with anyone.
No.
So I was only dating you. Me.
I was only dating you.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And I was only dating him as well.
Yep. Even though we didn't know each other.
But even though we didn't even talk about it.
Dating, yeah. I didn't know you were only dating me. I didn't know I was only dating you. But yeah.
This is incredibly fascinating for me because you didn't know you were exclusive. You knew that you liked each other.
Yeah.
So did you know you were dating each other? What were you doing?
Well, I knew.
Like she knew, and I knew from.
Well, let me ask you individually. I'll start with you, Chi. With what was happening, what were you doing in your head? Were you saying, "This is my boyfriend. This is my fuck buddy. This is." Well, what were you saying? What was he to you?
To me, he was my best friend. To me, he was like my best friend. Somebody that I love a lot. Somebody that I love a lot. Somebody that I love for a long time. Somebody that was very special to me. But I was afraid of saying that he was my boyfriend because whenever I bring that topic up...
What are you shouting for?
He would get like some attitude and like switch up on me. But I just knew he was very special to me. But I knew it was more than this.
Yeah.
And he was beyond that. I think we had a pact. Can we talk about our pact?
Yeah, whereas from my standpoint, I saw it as like, I was fighting. I was like, I know I really, really like this girl. I've never felt like this since my first girlfriend. And I was so young that time. But at the same time, I don't want to feel like this. I need to kill this feeling. So he said, you know what? Let me make a pact.
So we both made a pact.
Let me bury this and say, you know what? Chi, if I'm 40 years of age and I'm still running around these streets, these cold streets of London, and I'm single, we marry.
That was our pact. It was actually me saying it anyway, bro. It was me saying, like, if I'm 40 and I'm alone, Jay.
So Jay, if she said
we get married.
you didn't sound like you opposed that.
No. I didn't know, but like she was the love of my life, but I couldn't. I entered this situation in terms of we're gonna have fun, we're gonna enjoy each other, and then you're gonna go your way, I'm gonna go my way. But as we kept seeing each other, I was falling in love with her. I was telling her I loved her and then denying that I had said that. So I was just like, how the hell do I get out of this safely without just burning her?
But for me, it was like the fact that every time he gets to know me more and more, but it felt like he gets to fall in love with me more and more. That made me love you more and more. Because it made me realize like, you actually really love me for me.
Yep. 100%.
Like, you know me.
I know you. I knew you. I knew you.
You know, you always did. You always knew me.
Always.
Jay, can I ask you something?
I love you, man.
Why were you so afraid of love? Is it because, and you've just mentioned a key fact I didn't realize. When we did your episode, I didn't realize that the person you were talking about was your first. So is there a possibility that you were afraid to say this because you had been burnt and you were afraid to get burnt again?
100%. I had been in a situation where I thought what I was feeling was pure love. This is what it's supposed to feel like. This is what it's supposed to look like. I don't know, when you listen to my first episode, she was feeling certain feelings, which is not what I would expect. And then I was just like, you know what? Okay, we've gone through what I've gone through. I've ended it. I need time away from this whole love, quote unquote. So now I've met a woman who fits the criteria of what I'm looking for, but just feels too soon. It's like, why am I feeling how I'm feeling right now? I don't think I can handle this right now. So you know what? I need to try and distance myself in any way, shape, and form. But because of the way I've been raised, the way things have been instilled in me, I'm gonna take care of her. And because I'm gonna take care of her, no shock. She's like, God has to love me. Look at the way he's treating me, and I'm telling her I love you, and the next day I'm telling her, no, I don't. I was, I don't know what you heard, but that wasn't me who said it. So yeah.
And then for you, Chi, your lesson was you don't own people, you experience them. It sounds like you're experiencing Jay. So,
Well, yeah.
so you experiencing him after you'd come onto the pod to say I've learned not to do this is kind of contradictory.
No,
Do
100% agree.
you get?
I mean, also understand the kind of place I was at that time.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely was speaking out of hurt, out of a place from rejection, a place of like trying to like protect myself.
Mm-hmm.
Because now I wouldn't say that I just experienced Jay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to spend the rest of my life with Jay. This is my life. Like, so I don't know, but can people like change change the quotes? I'm changing it right now.
I mean, we can't change that lesson from 6 years ago.
But
But
at that time, I had that lesson.
Yeah,
But I've
yeah.
learned from that lesson. And now my lesson is everything happens for a reason.
absolutely.
That's my lesson now.
Yeah.
Everything
yeah.
happens for a reason. Can you imagine when I had that lesson, when I said what I said at that time, Jay was right there with me.
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah,
And now here we are,
Yeah.
almost 6+ years after, planning our wedding.
100% engaged.
Like,
Yeah.
you know,
I'm ready for marriage.
like, obviously, things in life change, but
Yeah.
I'm
I
very
know-
happy where I am now.
I know somewhere along the lines, and I don't know how much of this you know. I'd catch up with the young man, just see how things are going, and I could sense that hesitation. And you don't know this, Jay. It made me a little nervous and worry about. Okay, was this a good idea trying to get these two to meet?
Oh, really?
Yeah. It really
I
did.
didn't know you thought
Yeah.
that.
No, yeah, it did.
Why? What made you think that?
100%.
Well, there's a measure of responsibility, a sense of responsibility that comes with introducing two people. Which is why now when some of my friends say, hey, hook me up, and I know what they're about, I'm like, in my head, I'm like, hell nah. Right? Because when,
You don't know what
when shit hits the fan, that person will look at
They'll
me
look at
and
you.
say, look, I was peaceful until you introduced me to this person. So it's a huge burden to bear. So one day, Jay says to me, hey man, I've called this thing off. I sat silent for a little bit and I had to say, I didn't say much to him. All I said was, I think you've done that too soon.
Yeah, that's what you told me.
Did you remember that, Jay?
Yeah, no, I remember what it was. I was at my cousin's son's birthday, and I was just I ranked in toe,
Mm-hmm.
and I was just like, yeah, I've ended it, and he wasn't too opinionated. It was just, okay, hey, but are you sure? I was like, yeah, I think so. But back then, I was very much in terms of trying to get other people's opinions in terms of how I should feel right now. And like speaking with my parents and stuff, I found it difficult to understand how am I feeling right now? Why am I feeling the way I'm feeling? Is this the right decision? And now, obviously, 6 years later and stuff like that, I've learned what it looks like, what it feels like, what the way I should have approached things.
Maybe just like to add a disclaimer, your parents didn't know me at that
They didn't
time.
know you, they
Okay?
didn't know
It was just like probably like circumstances, like things happen
Yeah.
in life that made you think that I might. What actually made you think that I was not the right person for you?
It wasn't, I didn't even think it was in terms of who the right person was. It was a combination of, this is, in my life, this is the way I think my wife will behave.
Yeah, you had
was
a
young.
certain stereotype.
A certain
for your
stereotype in terms of the way I think my wife should move.
Mm.
And then secondly, in terms of just, I was young. I was just naive. And that was those combinations meant I was never going to settle down with you at that point.
But to be honest, I never hold any grudge against you because even during that time, you always great with me. Like, you always treated me really nicely.
I guess so.
You weren't disrespectful.
No.
You weren't rude. You weren't like calling me out of my name. So it was very easy for me to be like, do you know what? Okay, I can't lie. I did give you a bit of a hard time before I gave you a second shot.
Yeah, you did. But
it wasn't like a bad experience.
No.
I had with Jay. I always felt like that is how I should be treated. And I took that on to my next relationship and my next relationship and my next relationship. So the relationship me and you had kind of helped me increase the standards I had for myself with men.
I hear you.
Because you were the first guy that treated me so nicely, so great that anything below that I wouldn't accept and I wouldn't even deal with. And everything else was just great, and even better. So you set the bar for me. So that by the time that you came back, the bar was quite high.
Very high, boy. I said, who taught her this?
So by the time you came, the bar was quite high.
No, but that's good. I think it was just...
But it's because you taught me that I can do better.
100%. Remember, I was your best friend.
Yeah.
The same way I was like the person I was who was trying to see you. And I always would say, cheapo. And I was just kind of like, look, separating who I am to you, you need to do better than the way I'm moving. You need to aspire to more than the way I'm moving. I knew the way I was treating you didn't deserve that. The way I was treating you, you deserved more. But because of the way my mindset was, it was like, I entered this saying, I'm not going to get into a serious relationship. So that's the way it's going to end. And I'm the sort of person, there's a lot of Nigerians out there, Yoruba people, Igbo people, with the way we were built, is once I set my mind to it, I'm not doing it. My mindset entering this was, okay, Tinto has introduced me to her, but I'm not looking for nothing serious, so it will not be serious. And I was just fighting.
But just to like delve into it, you did treat me really good though.
Yeah, because
like you did take me out on those days.
Of course.
You did make those grand gestures.
Yep.
You did make me feel like I was the only woman that mattered.
You were the only person that mattered.
You know, you did do all these things.
Yep.
The only thing that was missing was the actual commitment. It was the actual like, I am doing all this for my girlfriend.
But I think it was because of the fear of my first relationship. I was scared. I was just scared that,
which is
okay, I'm
reasonable,
gonna throw myself in, and then they're gonna come out and say, you know what, I'm not feeling it. That's not what happened, but it was basically, I don't think this can work.
Do you know what? I'm so happy we're out of this, man.
It's scary out there, you know. It's horrible. It's horrible.
It's hard dating in London.
It's not easy.
But when this happened, I remember checking in on you, Chi, but I didn't want to check in too much, right? Because one, you were working in a different space, but also you weren't really taking my calls. I remember calling once or twice, call wasn't being picked up, and in my head I'm like, Jay, bro. Look now, you know, I've potentially lost, somebody who has a friend too. You actually went incognito for a little bit. I remember I would occasionally check with Jay. Yo, Jay, have you heard from Chi? And just to be like, and then those years became fewer and fewer until they became no. And then no, I don't know, did she block you? What? I don't know. There was there was some funny period there where you were kind of, I don't know.
It was
what happened there?
We've discussed it during the period, the gap. I think I was going through what I was going through, so I didn't have a WhatsApp photo. So I think sometimes she blocked me, but she only blocked me because she thought I'd blocked her. But the only reason she thought I'd blocked her is because I didn't have a WhatsApp pic. So she never actually intentionally blocked me, if that made sense. So, and I never blocked her. I never did, not once. So I think at the point when we actually wanted to reconnect, we were both unblocked, if that made sense.
No, it does make sense because at the end of the day, I was only angry because it ended, but I was never angry at you.
Okay.
Because he never treated me badly. Like, it was never like a situation where I had like this story about Jay,
he
where I
did
was like,
this,
he
Jay
did this and this
Jay
and
did
that. Like, never had that story. I only had like these amazing memories of Jay, where he was so consistent and like so attentive and loving that I was like, why did this end? Like, he was my best friend. Like, he was my person.
Interesting.
And it ended because love got involved, really and truly. But we weren't ready for it. I don't think it would have lasted if we
I wasn't ready. You weren't ready.
It wouldn't have lasted if we would actually have given it the chance back then.
Yeah.
No. So I'm happy.
Yeah.
Everything happens for a reason, for real. It is. I love you.
I love you too.
So I'm going to ask an intrusive question here, and I hope it doesn't stir any trouble, especially before you guys get married.
Nah, we good.
But let me start with you, Jay. During the time that you decided to walk away, what did you experience within yourself emotionally and around you that she doesn't know?
Yeah, I think I was in situations, I was going out with women and I felt unloved. I guess she'd phrase it like this way, but I thought the grass was greener, and it definitely wasn't. And it's just, I was dating, not for a lot. There was a lot of times I was very single, but I was dating and I was in situations where I thought this is what it looked like, but this is not what it looked like. And it's so weird. I would always fall back and I would be like, this isn't how Chi-Chi used to treat me. It was weird. And I would always message her. I messaged her once a year. So not a lot, but I would just try and shout her, you might man them, we know what it is. And I'm just like, were you telling me what you saying? Are you single? I'm ready. I wasn't ready those times, but I thought I was ready. And yeah. So yeah, long story short, I didn't experience horrible women, but just women that didn't love me, really. And it just made it very, very clear that Chi-Chi, she really did love me, and I need to try and figure out, how do I get this woman back?
I like that. Yeah. That was it.
Same question goes to you then.
Yeah.
What did you experience within yourself emotionally? One, when he told you this, and then you lived it, that he doesn't know. What doesn't he know about that part of you that had to deal with being let go?
I think being let go, he didn't know that I lost my friend. Like a very good friend. Like, Jay used to be the person who I call after work, before work. He was like my constant. He was like my person that kept me sane. And then towards the end, obviously, things changed a little bit. I've noticed him becoming a bit more distant, which was sad. But whilst we were not together, I have experienced a lot of heartbreak, a lot of trying to like remember how it was when I felt safe last, which was with him. It was quite difficult. There were periods where I really thought like I would never find somebody like him again. And I knew that he was the love of my life. But I felt like at that time you experienced the love of life like maybe 3 times in your lifetime. So I was hoping this was going to happen again at some point. I was hoping that I was going to experience him again at some point, because I just knew that I would not feel this safe again with anyone else. So it was hard. But I survived.
Yeah.
And I did really well. I mean, it's not like the guys after him treated me awfully because of how he treated me. I set standards for myself and on how I expect to be loved and wanted. So the men after Jay were great men. They treated me really nicely, really good. Because of how he treated me. So I wouldn't have expected anything less but that. But they went Jay.
Wow.
Like, I felt like they were kind of pretending to be because they felt like they knew that that's what I wanted. But with Jay, that's just natural. And we had a pact.
Yeah, we did have that pact.
I knew that when I'm 40, me and Jay are going to end up together anyway.
That's it. Oh, God.
So all of this happens. Jay, at some point, you now realize, yo, man, this, and we were a trio.
Yep.
Jay, myself, and another friend of ours, who I hope secretly listens to this particular episode.
One of the episodes, if you know, you know.
Yeah, you know, we're really the Three Musketeers. This one time, I was working out in Guildford, right? And then I'm like, yo, I'm kind of closest. Well, I'm closer to London now than I was if I was at home. Let's meet up. And then, you know, we pulled up, we met up, we went for that incredible food, the one where I ended up being given an extra cake.
Yes.
Do you remember?
Yes,
at the
I
end.
remember. Delicious.
So we have this conversation, we chat. And a lot of the conversation with Jay kept on coming towards Chi, and it's coming towards Chi, and it's coming towards Chi. And the two of us were just like, bro, the only person in denial here about what you feel about this woman is you. Okay, dude, it's kind of getting to the point.
I didn't know about this story.
I'll tell you later.
Tell me now.
Right? You know, and then Jay, you don't know this. But then myself and the second musketeer had a very long conversation.
I didn't know this.
Over an hour. Where we were just saying, the only person who is in denial about what they feel about Chi is Jay. And Jay needs to release himself from this mental slavery. We kind of understood what Bob Marley means when he says, emancipate yourself from mental slavery, because you were a slave to the thought that it can't be this good. And you were a slave to the thought that a good thing like this can't happen after the bullshit that I had gone through. Almost as if you didn't believe your own lesson, which was time heals.
That's deep.
And this was 4 or 5 years after you did your episode. So time should have healed by then. So where I'm going with this is, with men, sometimes there's an element of ego and pride that get in the way when you know that you should have done something right and you didn't do it right, especially by the woman that you really love. So my question now is, when that penny finally dropped, that no, Chi is that woman, how hard was it breaking that ego, breaking that pride, and saying to yourself, look, I'm going to be vulnerable and just really let her know how I feel? How easy or difficult was that for you to do?
It was very difficult. It was very, very difficult. I remember in 2024 and we've reconnected now. I've reached out, we're talking, and I'm still moving with an ego in terms of, like I know the way I move, so she should be grateful to be with me. But remember the way I've moved with her. What gratefulness should she have? She should not be scared of me. She should not be frightened of me. But she should be frightened of me. And I'm just thinking, I can't move like this. If I move the way I'm moving, she's not gonna feel safe around me. And me letting go of that ego, me letting go of that pride. And my dad's always told me, he's always told me proverbs. Pride is the fall of man. And I remember talking to my friend and he was just like, just tell her how you feel. We've reconnected. You messed up first time round. You were young. I'm a grown man now. I'm ready. I've been dating intentionally for over a year. tell her how you feel. And for me to tell her how I felt, it wasn't easy, but I had to just say, you know what? Ego, pride. I need to leave that over there and just tell her, you are the love of my life. I'm single. I want to be with you. I want to be your partner. I want to be your boyfriend. And I'm dating you with the intention of marrying. And I'm going to wait for you.
Well, he did give me a deadline.
I gave her a deadline.
He said,
Well, I can't give you a deadline.
he said by March 2025.
Yep. I need an answer.
I need an answer. Like by that time, you need to be my girlfriend or not.
Yep. Yeah. Wow.
What was your feeling when he initially connected anyway in the first place? Were you excited? Oh yeah, he's looking for me. Or you're like, oh, okay, here we go. He's going to give me another round of bullshit.
I think you remember, I didn't say anything for like a minute or so.
Yeah, I
I
came
was
back.
so quiet on the phone.
Yeah, I came back in your life and you were hesitant, and rightfully so. But why?
You asked me like, are you still here? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
I had
But
to like process because the energy was so different to what I'm used to. The energy you gave me before was like, yeah. You know, it was just so, you weren't taking me that seriously. But this energy was like, you're going to be my wife. I'm going to marry you.
Yep. 100%.
We're going to spend the rest of our lives together.
Yes, 100%.
And that was the energy I was looking from you from the beginning. And now you gave it to me. So I didn't know how to react. I was a bit like, whoa, taken aback. And at that time, I knew I had to get my business in order to make that happen.
If you know, you know.
I had to get my business in order to make sure that happens, you know?
Yeah, I told you I'm single. I messed up those times. I've grown. I'm dating intentionally. I see things differently. You're the love of my life. You're my wife. We need to make sure that's the case. March 2025. Let me know where you're at.
Latest. My guy
I'm
said
single
latest.
and I'm waiting.
He said latest. I was just
and
like, what?
That was me understanding I need to let go of my pride, my ego. She's beautiful. She's everything. There's a lot of men that want her, but I need to make sure I need her. She needs to be mine.
I think it's more about just being beautiful.
Yeah, it's just,
I think you
I love you.
understood me.
Yeah, I love you. You're mine. It just makes sense. So yeah, that's what
How
it
much
was.
of you, Chi, said, nah, you're full of shit. You can't just waltz in and out as you please? Because if I was to imagine myself as a girl, that's one of the things I'll be standing 10 toes on. To say, nope, you don't get to decide.
It took 3-4 months before I was like, yeah, I'm going to be your girlfriend after that.
So what was happening in those 3-4 months? What were you saying to
He was
yourself?
trying to court me.
What, and you weren't taking his calls? Or?
You can say, it's your story.
Yeah, I was chasing her. She understandably she was cautious. She was like, he said this 5 years ago. Like, is he being serious or is he just trying to run it back? And yeah, she was being very distant, and I was just kept reinforcing, I need to be with you. I want to be with you. We're not exclusive. We need to be exclusive. When are we going to be exclusive? By March 2025? And I'm going to keep dating her. I'm going to keep spending time with her.
By the way, this is a huge
Humongous. Huge change.
to the language we were talking
The
about.
language 5 years ago was, I do not want to be with you. Oh, I told you I love you. Yeah, you must have had one drink too many.
Oh my God, the gaslighting was insane.
So, Chi, were you at least a touch excited to say, "Ooh, you know, he's back"?
Obviously, I had my comfort back. He always felt like home, you know. But at the same time, I was still unsure because I didn't. He heard me. Like he was like a home. I felt abandoned. He dropped me.
I know, I'm sorry. You know,
Like you
I'm sorry.
built this home for me and then you dropped me.
I know, I'm sorry.
So I felt abandoned. So it was very hurtful for a long time. I felt abandoned. So I didn't know if I wanted to give this another. I wasn't sure if I wanted to give this another shot because I felt like I moved on from the situation and I've grown from it, and I felt like I've become a better version of Chi that would never accept.
Yeah, understandably.
Ever accept what has happened.
Would you both say you had a weakness for each other then?
100%.
He's my home.
100%. She's my person. She's my everything.
Yeah.
From the first day, I knew I was... basically, the first time around, I was just fighting with, this is my person.
We knew from the beginning.
I need to...
the moment I saw him, I was like, okay.
Oh, God.
He's going to be in my life for a while. It's going to be a problem.
Mess up.
So how long did you guys spend without seeing each other?
Probably, I think, 5 years.
5 years?
5 years, yeah. 5 years. We never saw each other. We spoke, as in I would say...
He tried to.
As in, let's keep it real. I would shout her, I'd message her.
I didn't shout you. You
she
shouted me.
never shouted me.
No,
I
never
messaged
shouted
her
you.
on a, I want you back.
Yeah.
I want you back. And she would be like, yeah, but prove me. And I wasn't ready. I wasn't able to prove it to her. And then, in 2024, I was able to prove it to her.
I was like, this is the energy I've been talking about.
Yep.
Because I felt like he wasn't sitting on the driver's seat.
Yep.
What I want to know is the day that you decided, okay, I'm actually going to see him. Was your heart racing? Were you excited? Were you scared? Were you anxious? What were you feeling as you were getting ready to actually see him? And what did you do to get ready? Did you get your hair done, your lashes, all of that? Walk me
Don't
through
lie
that.
now.
I don't know. I was about to go to this Piano Festival in Ibiza. And I sent him some pictures.
Okay,
Because
yeah.
I kind of wanted him to know that I'm having a great time, having fun. And that was like, I think, the first time in years that we actually talked properly.
Yeah. We probably spoke.
Like properly
just
spoke.
chilled.
Like on the phone, like, And I might have sent pictures to him because I felt no way. I was like, I might as well know what he missed out on.
Either you did or you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
Jay, did you receive?
send it to
I
him.
received successfully received successfully.
He definitely saw it. It was opened. So he saw it. And well, that festival happened in September.
Yeah.
And we only met up in November because I kept cancelling.
She kept cancelling. Oh my God. You man them, I was getting fresh trim saying that we're linking up this Wednesday, this Thursday. And she's out here saying, oh no, I'm a bit busy. I said, what kind of job does she do to be busy? I had to get 2 free trims just to make sure I was prepared. And yeah, no,
I
she
didn't
was...
really want to meet you.
I can understand after the way...
I was scared.
I can understand. That's the main thing. You were scared, and I can understand why you were scared. After what happened 5 years ago, of course you're going to be scared. But then obviously we met up, and it just kind of just...
But at the same time, I was also scared of that as well.
Because it happened, when we met up, it was so smooth. It was like nothing had ever changed. It's as if 5 years had never gone by. We're 5 years older, but we look the same.
Like literally, just no time has passed.
But I could tell you'd been going gym. Your hair was laid. Everything looked good. No. What do you mean this guy? This who? You look good. I knew what time it was.
I was a child before.
I know.
Man.
I knew what time it was. But it was beautiful.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. It was beautiful.
What did you think when you first set your eyes on her?
I remember I saw her. She was standing next to Costa, and I was like, "Yo, okay, problem." So obviously, we've gone to Costa. We just went for Costa, a nice coffee. I don't drink coffee, but yeah, she did. And then
He drew it.
I was nervous.
The coffee fell on the floor.
I was nervous. I dropped the coffee. I spilled. It's just 5 years can do a lot to anybody. She looked the same, but just premium version. I said, "Oh God, what am I gonna do here?" And then just obviously I tried to get a beautiful kiss at the end of the night, but she was doing bougie.
I was seeing somebody at that time, and I knew I wanted to be right by them.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, I had to.
Wait a whole goddamn minute. Okay, I know this is not
Talk to us.
I mean, I know this is not what this was about.
I know.
But if you say you've grown and you knew how you wanted to be treated, and you got a guy that you were seeing, why did you agree to see him? because that would be hurtful to the other guy.
No, I agree. But I knew that this was going to be over because he was married.
Because what?
You heard clearly.
No, I didn't hear.
You heard, no, let her, she will repeat.
Repeat what you said.
No, repeat.
Okay, right, okay. I missed something. But you see, I'm only asking this question because a lot of people who listen to this podcast say to me either when we hang out or when we chat over the phone that you should always be wary of the ex. Right? You should always be wary of the ex.
I think we learned that during the relationship.
Yeah.
That's so true.
100%.
Because for the guy that you were seeing, he was an ex of a sort, although I didn't get the vibe that when you guys did whatever you did the first time, you were actually exclusive items. I think you were just fuck buddies. Just from what you described in the sense that you were too scared to call him your boyfriend and he was too scared to say I love you and be exclusive. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying.
I think, at first time,
100%.
Yeah. So off the back of that, he held a lot of power enough for you to say, I'm going to go see this dude.
Yeah. I was scared.
Yeah.
Because I was also seeing somebody that was seen like seriously.
Yeah.
Somebody that we talked about the next step and stuff as well. But I knew this was not going to happen. I knew he wasn't the one. I felt good, but I didn't feel safe. The way I felt safe with you.
Yeah.
You know?
So did you hug that day you connected at Costa? When you saw her, did you guys hug?
Yeah, we hugged. We hugged.
We hugged.
Yeah. We hugged. And I'm not going to lie, you know, the way my thing set up, I tried to kiss, obviously, 6 years, 5 years minor. But
I was like, oh, I see people like that.
She's ducked and dived. I've had to hold.
Because I was seeing
no,
somebody
understandable.
at the
She was
time.
seeing somebody. I didn't know she was seeing somebody. She's a beautiful woman, of course. But yes, I've tried to kiss her. She's gave me a kiss on the cheek and just said, we're not doing any of that. I had to hold that.
But in that moment, I also realized that, like, okay, what am I actually doing with this other guy? Like, I need to, like...
End it with
him. So I decided to end it with him.
I didn't know at the time, but yeah.
So I had to cut it. And so I knew the next time I'm going to see
That was risky
Jay,
though,
it's
wasn't
gonna
it? That
be-
was
yeah.
risky because
Yeah.
you had seen how Jay had moved in the past.
I know.
So what confidence did you have in doing that? What did he do or say
I knew
differently?
Jay always had it in him. I knew Jay was actually his nature. And he actually fought against his nature. So I always knew that Jay was doing... I just knew Jay really loved me. He really liked me. I knew it. But I guess, I don't know what it was, pride, ego, I don't know. He just never wanted to admit to it. But the way he treated me, you know, when somebody treats you well, really nicely, you can just see how they love you, even though despite of what they're saying. It's like same with parents. Like your parents will be like, don't do this, don't do that. And you will feel like, oh yeah, they don't like you. But then when you see how they treat you, they just do this out of love. So I felt like Jay really loved me, but he just didn't know how to tell me that he loved me. I don't know. But I was really young back then as well. I was quite naive about that.
So one day in the Three Musketeers chat group, a group chat, you know, I kind of came into the conversation late. But, you know, my man is saying, hey, look, I'm thinking about going back to Malta. I'm like, yeah, okay, cool, nice. Then he goes, where it all began. I'm like, wait, what? Right, we're not coming to Malta with you. Where what began? And it's like, the journey. I'm like, bro, what the hell are you on about? You know, the journey with Chi. And I was like, okay. Then my man puts a little picture of a ring. And I'm like, wait, what? You know how he dropped the Costa coffee cup when he saw you? I dropped my bloody phone. Wait, what? And I'm like, yeah, I'm doing it. I'm like, are you like for real?
Yeah.
Then it's like, yeah, it kind of makes sense, right? One, it feels like it's full circle. This is where it started. This is where it's going to end. And the end for him, I guess, meant this is where the bullshit ends. And this is where the real serious what I'm doing actually begins. And then he goes, it's also important to do it at this time of year because it was around this time of year that first picture was initially sent.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So you remember?
I remember
Yeah.
everything. I remember all
Oh my
of
God, Jay.
Yep, I remember all of it in terms of it just made sense. I said, you know what, I didn't tell Tinto,
I
but I
didn't
was
know
just
that.
like,
You knew the time.
I knew everything. I had it all written down. And I was just like, I'm gonna propose to her. We're gonna go to Malta. That's when I first met her. We're gonna go. I'm gonna get that money and just say, yeah, I want to be your husband forever.
Wow. You see, look, he was doing all these things
I beg,
back
rest,
in the day.
rest. I grew up.
Like, clearly that man loved me from the beginning he met me.
I always loved you. It's just,
know?
it was me understanding what I felt and why I
Yeah.
felt it. And am I ready to take that step? And yeah, I'm ready. I was ready. And I said, yeah, that's why I told you when we reconnected, I need to be in a relationship with you. And yeah,
You weren't ready before.
I wasn't ready. I wasn't capable. And like a year afterwards, and I'm like, yeah, will you marry me?
well, here we are. Your ring looks absolutely dazzling.
It is amazing.
something
Like
like-
it's been it's been hitting my eyes since we started doing this recording session. Well done, Jay. That is incredible.
Yeah.
You know,
You did so well.
you guys say really kind and amazing things to each other. Needless to say, your chemistry, just seeing how you guys sit with each other, how you guys walk with each other, the affection is real. And the intention is obvious with what is happening. So, hey man, before we sign out, I'm going to ask you both for one thing. For anybody who may have had a situation similar to yours, Jay, where you were too scared to be vulnerable and it almost cost you a life partner.
100%.
And here's where you are. What lesson would you give a listener who's kind of second guessing making that move when they know exactly what they need to do?
It's twofold, so it's maybe two lessons in one.
Yeah.
And Chi will know this very well. It's pride, ego. You need to let it go. Do not allow ego or pride to dictate your life.
Yep.
And secondly, grace. We're all human beings. Life is complicated. It's not easy. We've all gone through our journeys, our battles, especially in terms of our parents being immigrants or ourselves being immigrants or being back home, diaspora, being Africans.
It's not easy.
Give people grace. I'm not saying over grace. I'm not saying do too much, but give people grace. Understand it's not easy. And give people grace. Give people the opportunity to see who they really are. And yeah, I've been able to drop my ego. I've been able to, Chi-Chi's been able to give me grace. And now I know the rest of my life is going to be amazing because I'm going to spend the rest of life with the love of my life.
And you, Chi, what do you have to say? What one lesson do you now give to anybody listening today?
I think it's twofold as well. One being everything happens for a reason, like I've said before. If those little things in my life didn't happen, me and wouldn't be here today. So everything does happen for a reason. And the second lesson is learn how to forgive. Because I've clearly moved on from the last time I've been here. If you listen to season 1, episode 6, you can see a girl has definitely evolved from there. So you have to learn how to move on to situations. It can only benefit you. So learn how to grow. Learn how to forgive. Learn how to not take things too seriously, even though, I'm sure it hurts, but you have to protect yourself first. And protecting yourself means not taking things too seriously.
Yeah. Nice. You guys have been absolutely amazing. Jay, your fresh lessons are let go of pride and ego and give people grace. And Chi, your lessons are everything happens for a reason. Take the lesson, take the blessing. And then you've also said learn how to forgive. move on from situations. Hey, you guys, thank you so much. One of a kind. I really, really appreciate you guys coming through. And for those who've made it to the end of this episode, you've been listening to a heartwarming episode of The Feeling Station. I'm your host, Tinto. And yeah, if you got more feel-good stories to come and share, please, this is the place to do it. And peace.